what astonishes me when I moved to this area is that there's so much brain power. There's so many highly intelligent men and women. And that's wonderful, but that doesn't give you EIs. That's emotional intelligence, which means being able to understand what the other person is thinking, what they're feeling, being able to express what you're thinking and what you're feeling.
What's one of the biggest mistakes guys and women make when it comes to this stuff, especially initially? What are a couple of the biggest on each side? One of the biggest on each side.
Most of it gets stuck in our heads.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, we're so worried about, how we look or do I look cool or well, what do I talk about? That all we really need to do is ask the other person questions and listen to the answers. And learn to connect with each other emotionally and physically. So there's a whole thing out there called the Mr. Nice Guy syndrome, where guys are like getting friended because they're afraid to even like shake a woman's hand like they should, like a nice firm handshake, or they're afraid to put a hand on her shoulder because like, oh my God, she's gonna sue me, or she's gonna think I'm like, when I want her to take her home now. You have to connect that way. And also, like I said before, we're afraid to talk about our feelings and ask others about how they feel. So it's a lack of understanding each other's hearts, really. That's a mistake we most often make.
Yeah, it's sad.
But there's a book about it. You can fix it. Like a lot of guys think they have to say some goofy pickup line. And those never work because we women can sniff it a mile away. You might just say, oh, I just noticed, you have a beautiful dress on and I need to find one for my niece, or just make something up so that you can start a conversation. You can even start walking alongside her and say, oh, you know what, I've only got a couple of minutes, but I wanted to ask you something. My sister had this is a really good one. She was walking down the street by herself, and there were two guys walking towards her. They weren't bad looking. One of them just stopped her and said, we got to ask you a question. Do women prefer Chardonnay or Cabernet? A Chardonnay or Cabernet? And she had a whole conversation with them. Now, she had the option to, go out with them if she wanted to talk more or leave, but it just went so naturally. So things like that.
Punch lists.
Of course.
So you're trying to be really practical, and you give people very specific lists of things to do, right?
You got to have a list that's like a packing list when you go away. You got to have a list of what to do. I mean, I could pontificate and be philosophical, but if I don't give you like A, B, and C to do, you're not going to go and do it. And each chapter has a punch list of things that you can do today to start becoming a better man.